What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wonbyone Podcast. I'm your host, Debunking. I'm here joined today with the guy that I met through the vegan world, man. So I met him some years ago. You guys all know about my struggles with injuries and how I went plant-based and did the whole vegan thing. And I've been plant-based for the last 9 years. But well, John is a dude that I met, man, through that journey, and he's been inspirational for me, kind of showing me what health and wellness looks like, what it feels like, what being healthy is all about. And so I'm honored to have you on here, man. I appreciate you for coming on here. Give us a little introduction, man. John Lewis, how you doing?
I'm good, man. First of all, thanks for the invite. Been a long time coming. I guess we always stay in contact, but I guess it's always through DMs, through messages, things like that. You know, checking up on you, see how everything going. But my name's John Lewis. I was born in Little Rock, Arkansas, raised in St. Louis, Missouri. Played high school ball, college ball there. Did a little semi-pro as well. Saw the semi-pro wasn't what it was cracked up to be. People try to make it seem like, oh man, semi-pro, that's what's up. I was actually supposed to go play overseas, and went through my tryouts and everything. Was supposed to leave September 15th to go to England, and September 11th happened, and never left. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was a crazy, and that's when karma.
You can't just get on here and just drop that, bro. You didn't prep me nothing. You just get on here and drop that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so they say karma gets you. I remember when I found out I was leaving, I don't know what my cursing limit on here is, but I was like, if you, I'm out of here. Peace, I'm gone. And
yeah,
I got that call on the 13th. So unfortunately, we can't send no players over there. We don't know what's going. Because you got to remember that they still don't really know what happened, but they had no clue what was going on back then.
Back then, yeah.
I was at the point I was like, man, I'll sign a waiver. Just get me out of here. I will go. Yeah, and it didn't happen, man. So,
man. So I'm here, man. I'm here to. I brought you on here specifically, man, because of your impact in the health and wellness field. All right. So if y'all don't know him, Badass Vegan on Instagram. Make sure to follow him, man. But talk to us about where that name came from. Just break it down to the beginning. Badass Vegan. Where'd you get it? How'd it come about?
So I had been vegetarian for a little while, and then I started doing there's a very popular workout program called P90X. And so I started doing it.
Bro, wow, I was like in middle school.
Yeah,
wow.
That's how old I am. That's why everybody thinks I'm a kid all the time. I'm like, nah.
P90X, wow.
So I did it. I had just had my second knee surgery. And so I was on the couch. You know, everybody thinks because you're vegan or vegetarian, you're just automatically healthy. All them cakes, cookies, everything adds up real fast when you're not mobile. And so I ended up, gaining a lot of the weight back. Started the P90X program, and a friend of mine knew the owner of P90X. And he was like, "Man, you got to send your results in." And I'm very humble, no matter what I do. So I'm like, "Nah, man, don't do that. They not that good. I didn't think my results were that good." Mm-hmm. And he sent them in. They ended up using me on all the infomercials. So if you ever want to laugh, you go back and look at a lot of those infomercials. Exactly.
No way.
Yeah. I'm
way.
one of the guys on the results. So I started making my YouTube videos and stuff like that. And I never forget this one dude left a comment. He's like, "Man, you want Badass Vegan." And I was like, And I didn't use it immediately. I remember I was out on a run, and I remember it was really like New Year's Day in 2010. I was like, you know what? We got to do something with this, man. We got a lot of momentum going on. I think all athletes talk to themselves. I think you got to do what you're doing. And I was like, yeah, man, we can do something with this. I didn't want to compete with P90X because if you do the math, they sold 32 million copies of that, dog. 32 million copies. Imagine that. Back then, at like $120 a piece, and that ain't even. Yeah. That's not even counting the bootleg ones. That's really like the ones that was sold. So I was like, I don't want to compete
Yeah.
with them, but I want to do my own thing. And then went right to GoDaddy. Badass Vegan was available. Bought the website, trademarked it, and just went from there.
When was that? What year?
2010.
Really?
Yeah. And just stuck with it.
Wow. What has been, and I'm just curious, what has been, is the right word monetizing? What has been, how has it been branding yourself from a personal standpoint? Because you got almost 500K followers on IG. Yeah. How has that journey been like? You've been on IG since this was 2010?
Since 12. It started in 12. I
12,
immediately
okay.
grabbed the page. I do that with every platform, even if I'm not active on it. I learned.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this story. So it was a long time ago. Holly Berry, I believe it was Holly Berry. Don't get me wrong if it's the wrong name, but she had to go through a situation where it was this guy just buying the websites, and then he was putting pornography on these people's names, and then they would have to buy their website from this guy. Exactly. Shady. But he probably made a good 10, 20 million off of this. So like when I saw that, to this day,
bro.
if I see a new platform, I just get my name immediately so nobody does it.
Yeah.
So that's how I did it. But then as far as monetizing goes, I started like doing my own videos. My YouTube, I got a YouTube video that's got like 750,000, like one of my P90X videos. So I started monetizing that, and then I started like doing a lot of editing, and then I got into editing for clients. And a good friend of mine, who's my co-director in my documentary, he saw what I was doing. He was like, "Man, we need to work together." So I helped him out. There's a documentary called "What the Health," and so I helped with the editing of that. And then we came together, and I co-directed and co-produced my own documentary, monetized that. Then I don't even talk about this. Like you don't never see me talk about money on my page. So this is strictly for you. I'm telling these numbers. So like the documentary we made was $1 million budget, and so the book deal I got, most book authors, their first book deal is around 20 to 30,000. My first book deal, because I'm working on some more stuff. My first book deal was 500,000. Exactly. So like, I just sit back in the cut when everybody's always, "Oh, you vegan, you this, you that, you ain't doing nothing." I'm like, okay, all right. I ain't got to be flashy.
Yeah. So I was going to talk about the documentary, but I want to ask, I want to touch on the last thing you talked about, which was about being vegan. Do you get that what's that stereotype like? How long you been vegan?
20 years now.
20 years.
Yeah. Crazy. I never would have thought either. I was a butcher at one point. So, I never thought that this would happen.
What has that stigma been like to you, man? And I'm gonna just start it. I'm gonna ask all the questions, and then you gonna give me the answers because
I got you.
Because that's how it goes. How do you get your protein? What do you eat all day? Are you fasting? What snacks are you eating? How many times a day do you eat?
All of them.
What other questions? What other questions? What supplements are you taking?
Right.
You
ain't taking steroids? Like, ain't no way you working out that hard? And
are you? Yeah. How do you not lose all your weight being vegan? Does that not make you go frail and break and your bones not work?
Yeah. And as you know, you do it too. But it's like when I went vegan, I did it at a time. I think I was fortunate because I didn't announce it on social media. There was nobody to hate on my progress. I think today, as soon as you say you're going vegan, people are like, "Hey man, you got to be careful." I heard about this one person that knew a cousin that had an auntie that they went vegan and they died. They're like, "Nah, man, that wasn't the case." For me, like I said, I'm actually bigger now than I was when I first went vegan.
Bro, I tell everybody the same thing.
Yeah.
I gotta be careful not to because if I just let myself go on a vegan diet, bro, I'll put on 30 pounds.
And one thing I've been noticing, because I just run now. I don't tell people I'm a professional runner. I'm a professional jogger. I ain't trying to beat nobody. I just do my thing. I'm not out there running the 6-minute miles like some of my friends. I be
Yeah.
commenting on like, hey, good shit, dog. It's good. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to go run with a homeboy. I was in San Francisco a couple weeks ago, and we wanted to go do a run together. And he wanted to do a 30-minute. He was like, "What's your run for today?" I was like, "I got a 30-minute speed run." He was like, "Oh, okay, 30 minutes. We can get about 5 miles in." I was like, "You can get 5 miles in."
I'm gonna get about two
Two
and
and
a
a half. We
half.
gonna, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be
Get
happy.
about two and a
I'm gonna be
half.
ecstatic with the 2.5. I was like, you could have it. Like, that is not me, boss.
Yeah.
But like, where do you get your protein? And I would say this: 20 years ago when I went vegan, it wasn't that many options out there. But now, man, there's so many options and healthy options. But
Well, and I want to be. I know we joke about this, man, and I obviously I've been plant based for 9 years. I was vegan for 4 or 5 years. Just started eating eggs and cheese the last couple of years, but I've gotten all the same questions, and it's funny, man, because I ask the questions now, and I'm kind of curious for the same way that the next person is. So I understand getting all those questions from somebody who knows nothing about what I'm saying, that lifestyle. So but realistically though, what does your day? I'm not gonna ask you today because I know you've been traveling today, but what does a normal day look like for you for eating? A normal day of eating.
it's crazy. My normal day is so routine, but I am a big believer in if you eat what you like, then you won't stray away. I think the problem is people think they got to go in and they eat completely kale and avocado and nothing like
Yeah.
nah, like find out what you like, veganize what you like, and then eat it in moderation. Like I talk about in my book, I always say like for the first 30 days, just eat what you want. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna get obese in 30 days. And if you're already obese,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna notice the difference. So eat
Yeah.
what you want, and then after 30 days, discover what your goal is. If your goal is to lose, you eat less of what you like. If your goal is to maintain, you just keep eating the way you're eating. And if you want to gain, you eat more of what you like. It ain't rocket science, but we make it rocket science all the time.
It's funny to me, man, because I'm almost like, I don't know what the word is, but I don't even want to tell people what I'm eating.
Because
Like,
they're gonna criticize everything you say.
they're gonna criticize.
Everything.
I enjoy it. I love how I look. I like how my body functions. I like it.
Love it.
But if I tell you what I'm eating, then people they wanna like, oh, you're
Yeah.
eating it. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I enjoy it. Why are you mad that I enjoy what I'm
Exactly.
eating? Now, I want to ask you, man. We'll pick up here. What was the turning point for you? Well, shit, it was 20 years ago. I can't even ask you what was the turning point.
Oh, I still know.
It was so long ago.
I still know.
What was the turning point?
My mom getting sick. When my mom got sick,
Okay.
I remember talking to the doctor. She had colon cancer. And, I remember getting the call. I was finishing up my master's degree. And I was the last week of class, like literally finishing up. And my oldest brother, was just calling me. And my oldest brother's like my father figure because I didn't have a dad growing up. And so he only calls me son when something's messed up. Either I messed up or something's messed up. And I checked the voicemail and he's like, hey son, call me back. And I'm like, first of all, I'm like, what'd I do? I'm like, what'd I do for him to call me son? And then so I call him back and he's like, hey man, I'm at the doctor's office with your mom. We're trying to figure out what's going on. And I'm like, all right, what's up? And I remember my mom is like, I'm a happy-go-lucky guy, but I get it from my mom. Like, she's like, the world could be on fire. She like, all right, well, all we got to do is just get in the car, gas it up. We out of here. Let's go, baby. Like, that's my mom. And so that's the one time I'm like, Mom, how you feeling? She was like, I feel like shit, son. And now, mind you, I'm in Florida. They're in Missouri. That's like 6 states away. I'm like, oh, shoot. And now I'm finishing up my program. I don't know what to do. So once I end up talking to the doctors, asking questions, I'm like, how does this happen? And they're like, too much animal protein, fried fatty foods. I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't hereditary? They're like, no, this is a lifestyle choice. And I didn't go vegan immediately, but I just started doing more research. And the more research I saw, it wasn't on vegan websites. This is like just actual websites. Like, oh, it's proof after proof after proof that this is the case, and especially here in America, man, it's a pandemic for real, like, and it's such an addictive thing. I was like, well, let me see how this works. And within 2 weeks, man, I was actually kind of mad. I felt so good in 2 weeks. It was crazy. Because I was a Philly cheesesteak person. You give me that. I was like, man, no more Philly cheesesteaks. And yeah, like it was crazy. I'm always real about it. A lot of people like try to lie.
Straight up.
Like, oh, when I
up.
smell meat, I don't hate it. I'm like, man, I still smell meat. And I'm like, damn, like, that probably is good, but I ain't going to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I know what it smelled like.
That probably is
Yeah, probably good. But I mean, an ex-crackhead know that the crack ain't good for him, but when he go back to crack house, he get a little reminiscent, like, damn, man, I remember that. Remember that.
It's funny, man, because I wouldn't say that I miss meat, man, but I do. When I smell some, I'm like, hey,
Exactly.
that's probably hidden, ain't it?
Probably over there. They probably over there loving life right now. But you know, it's the same thing. It's like, nah, I'm good.
Man, it's a little admiration, man. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But
So it was your mom getting sick?
Yeah, mom getting sick. That was it. And it's so funny because she was like, she always used to say, like, it took me getting sick for you to change your life up. I'm like, I always tell people, I'm a big believer in learning from my mistakes, but I'm a bigger believer from learning from everybody else's mistakes. If you try to run through that wall behind you and you don't make it through, I ain't gonna be like, well, let me show you how to get through that wall. I'm like, hey, if you look down there, it's a door handle down there. We can just open that door and go around it. We ain't gotta go through the wall. Like, I used to be like that. I used to be hard-headed, like, no, let me show you this is the way to do it. Like, sometimes it's just, you can't run through the brick wall. And you see so many people try to run through that brick wall and think that it would never get to them. And eventually it's gonna get to you.
What do you say to somebody who has been thinking about? Because I have so many people come up to me, man, and they're like, man, I wish I could do it. I just can't give up this. I just can't give up this. And some of those people are really genuinely interested in making a lifestyle change. Yeah. I had one of my clients hit me the other day, a older woman. She's like, look, I've got this stubborn weight that I'm trying to get off. I'm really considering, like, I'm about to go on a fast. I'm really considering going plant-based. And it's a serious life. Like, they really consider it. What would you say to somebody? How would you tell them to kind of, walk into it and dip their feet in? What is there anything you would tell them?
I pride myself on being an active listener. So, like, I'm not one of those people, like, as soon as somebody asks a question, I just go into, like, a rehearsed kind of, like, response. Like, I listen to what they say. Like, for instance, I had somebody that was kind of like what you're talking about. I was at an event. I just got off stage. I just got done speaking. And this lady waited patiently to talk to me. And she was telling me how she had cancer, but the doctor kept telling her to eat more meat. And she's like, something just don't feel right because I've had it twice. And each time they're like, you need to up your protein, so you need more meat. She's like, something don't feel right. She's like, even though I don't feel like he's telling me the truth, I don't think he's being evil, but I don't think he's looking out for me like the way I need to be. And we had kind of built a rapport, so what I said next hit her harder to help her out. And she's telling me about her kids. She's like, I want to be here for my kids and this and that, And I go, all right, so who's your best friend? And she was like, my best friend? I'm like, yeah, who's your best friend? Who is the one person you can call on no matter what? And she's like, she gave me a name. I said, well, when's the last time you talked to them? She was like, well, it's been about a week since I talked to them. I was like, all right, well, if that's the case, if you don't want to listen to your body, but you want to listen to this person that's keep telling you to do the same thing, but you keep having the same problems, listen to them, you need to talk to your best friend and be okay if that's the person you want to leave your kids with. And the way she looked at me, yeah, exactly. The way she looked at me, she was like, damn. I was like, I'm just telling you, if you saying that you keep listening to the same person over and over, but you still getting the same bad results, but you know there's something else out here, then go ahead and make that schedule. Like, schedule that up, talk to that best friend. Are you okay? Jeez. Yeah, and she emails me every now and then. She's been vegan since, and she hasn't had the cancer pop back. Now, I'm not saying veganism is 100% foolproof. It'll never happen, but sometimes you got to shake it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I hit people with that a lot. I'm like, if you were doing the same thing over and over, and it ain't working, then why not try something else?
So in the vegan world, I'm not gonna say in the vegan world, in the world, protein, in the world of athletics, protein is this huge controversial topic. Controversial to me because I don't get as much as is recommended. So I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on protein consumption? How many grams of protein do you get, and per day? What does that look like for you?
Right now, for me, I'm at about 150, 160.
What do you weigh?
240. So
Okay.
like according to them, I should be eating 240 grams a day, or I'm gonna disintegrate and die. And that's not the case. But like I
Yeah.
said, it depends on your goals. Like if your goal is to gain more muscle mass, gain this, then that might be beneficial to you. But you don't necessarily have to do that. I've been on a cut right now. Like I said, I'll be 50 in 2 years. So my goal has been to literally
That's
like,
crazy.
I know, right? It feels crazy. But my goal is to be at 8% body fat by the time I'm 50.
Wow.
But I'm taking my time. I'm not.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these formulas and matrix that they got out there is for this instant gratification type thing.
Yeah.
You got a show in 3 months, so now you gotta pack it all in and do it. But if you take your time, man, you're not. If you're in it for the longevity, then you don't have to follow that formula and that plan that they got laid out there. But yes, protein is important, but the level that you need depends on your goals.
Yeah. I agree, man. I agree. And I mean, I'm 220 and I've never ate 220 grams of protein.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So, and anytime I get up there to 200 grams, I start putting on weight.
You feel overstuffed.
I'll go 220 to 230 in a week.
And you actually
You
feel
know
it.
what I mean?
You feel overstuffed sometimes. Like, you're like, dude, I can't eat all this. Like, what is going on?
I had a nutritionist earlier this year, 2025, for the first 3 months, just to see if I was lacking anything, if I could get in, just to have somebody else kind of monitor. And I was following that plan, and I'm like, man, I can't eat all this food. I can't eat all this food, bro. It's too much food, in my body. I feel slow. I feel sluggish. I'm not sharp. I gotta sleep after every meal, and so I like to be around somewhere around 180, like 180 for me at 220 is kind of where I function, and I'm good. So I think it also at different ages for different body types it matters as well,
Right.
So that's all you also got to take into consideration.
Yeah.
But man, I want to. So being vegan the last 20 years, what does your day to day look like now? What does life look like for you now?
Wake up, get the kids out of the house, get them going, take the dog out. We got a puppy now. Like I'm normal, dude.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I travel so much that when I'm home, I like to be as normal as possible. We talked. I just got in like midnight last night. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on the plane all day. So when I can get normal as possible, I get normal as possible. So, woke up like this morning, even though I got in midnight, woke up before anybody, let the dog out, started breakfast, then go wake up the kids, feed the dog. While I'm waking them up, got the breakfast ready. Make sure everything's good to go for them. Yeah, typical. And then as soon as they left, I had a couple things I had to do, like business-wise. I'm working on something now. I guess I can announce it. So I'm working on an actual vegan meat replacement right now. So that should be dropping like by November, I think. Yeah, crazy.
So that's what I wanted to talk about. So I want to know, what does badass vegan mean for a business for you now? That's what I want to talk about. Is, you're talking about the meat. What does that look like?
So that's I am teaming up with a friend of mine who has actually been doing very well. His name is Chef Chu. and so he has a brand already out, and so he approached me about it, and I've been thinking about doing it. So it was just like divine timing, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, with me being a butcher back in the day, we would have our own line of vegan-based meats, not a lot of the fillers that you may see in a lot of other stuff. Um, More healthy, not knocking the other stuff because I've definitely eaten it. I've had my
Sure.
Impossibles, I've had my
Sure.
Beyonds. I know all the owners of them, so this is not a knock on them either. But I feel when I do have goals and I'm training, there's certain macros I do want to hit. And I want to
Sure.
have the high protein, lower fat, lower carbs. I don't want the carbs and fat to come from my actual,
Yeah.
burger or whatever it is the case is. So with me being a butcher back in the day, the name of it's gonna be Badass Butcher, and so
Okay.
it's
I
based,
like that.
but like looking at the kinder,
Merging
healthier
the two.
side,
I
exactly,
like it. I like it. I
the
like
kinder,
it.
healthier side of the meat, because meat by definition is really just like the core and heart of a substance. So that's the meat of it. It's really not about dead animals.
Okay. Okay.
That's why you got coconut meat.
Yeah,
Nobody,
for sure.
nobody get mad at that when you say coconut meat. Anybody, as soon as a vegan say, "Well, I'm eating my meat replacement," oh man, that's bull. We got a problem with that. They want to protest. They like, dude, I'm just saying. And
Yeah.
and if you think about it, the way people eat meat today is not in its natural form. Like burgers don't come in burger shaped form.
Sure.
Cows aren't made to
Everything
look.
is yeah.
Hot dogs aren't just falling off of the side of
We're
a
not
cow
talking about hot dogs,
or a
please.
pig. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a sense of that, and we're doing more direct to customer instead of using the stores, because in my business years of having other products, here in the United States, like where you at now? Where you located now?
OKC, Oklahoma City.
Oh, you Oklahoma? Okay, I didn't know you was
Yeah.
back here. Over here. Okay.
Yeah. I'm in OKC right now.
I thought you were still over there. My bad.
No.
So right now, like when you're getting a product in a lot of these stores, they tend to act like they're for the small business, but like, and I won't say the name of this business because I don't want to make them look bad, but one store, for instance, they want like $10,000 per product line that you got per flavor. So like if you got
Purse. Yeah.
8 different kind of products under this line, you talking about 80 G's just to get in the store, and you ain't sold a product yet. So you 80 in debt before you even start.
Yeah.
So that's why you see a lot of these companies, they go direct to customers, like, and it makes sense. So with the following I have and some marketing strategies that we got in place, I think it'll be very successful, and it's gonna help
Well,
out a lot of people.
from a business standpoint, though, I mean that is where this world is going. Small businesses.
Yeah.
Like those are the people who are, I think, ultimately, small businesses have to do well for this to keep running, for this to keep working. You know what I mean? So I think you're right, man. That would be dope to see that, man. I would really like to see that. Todd. You know Todd.
Turnip?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
obviously following him and seeing everything that he's doing. So when you said that, I kind of that's what my mind went to.
Yeah. Todd's my guy, man.
Yeah.
Me and Todd go way back.
What do you, as far as body changes, and I'm talking physically, mindset changes, what have you noticed? What do you think being vegan has done for that side of you?
My connection to my body. Like, I've always, even when I was a kid, I always, like I said, I talk to myself. I'm my biggest hype man. Like,
Sure.
even and I'm also my biggest accountability partner. Hey, John, you missed that dog. You was tripping. You should have done that. I've always been that way.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, so when I first went vegan, one of my frat brothers, his sister was already vegan. But she was one of them vegans, like, she gonna let you know, like, you tripping because you eating that burger. You tripping.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when I told her I was gonna do it, she was like, "You gonna feel the difference. It's gonna come a day, you gonna feel something change." And I was at a park in Miami. I'm playing ball. I'm on a fast break. I go for the dunk, And I remember when I dunked it, I felt literally from my toe to the ball going through the rim, I felt like some energy literally go like all the way up my body. And I remember, but I'm at the court, so I can't tell nobody that this just happened because they're gonna be like, dude, what's wrong with you? Like, hey man, I just had a surge of energy come up from my toe to the ball going in. They're gonna be like, dude, you tripping. And I remember texting her once we were done playing. I got in the car and I'm like, yo, you was right. I was like, yo, I just had something happen. She was like, oh, that's just the beginning. You're gonna feel so many other things. And it's true, like every now and then I'll just get like these little different inclinations that like, oh, this is what's going on in my body, and oh, I can feel this and I can see that, and I think that's one of the biggest things is like the connection. I think things always happen around your body, you just don't notice it.
Yeah.
And once you open it up, you feel it and see it more.
One of the things, and honestly, bro, I've been debating, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I've been debating, do I want to start eating meat again? And one of the things that I've been so scared about, man, is my skin.
I had horrible skin.
Bro, if I eat any type of like, you know, the weekend, if I eat a chocolate or do something, you'll just start seeing, like, you start feeling and seeing and looking old and your skin popping up, and you notice that stuff quickly, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Like
that was my biggest thing is when I went vegan, everybody's like, your skin's glowing.
Oh, I got some pictures out there.
Your skin is glowing. That's like what they will say, bro. And I'm looking at you. No funny. I'm looking at you. I'm like, bro, your skin's glowing.
and it's funny. Like I don't, because you're around it so much, you don't pay attention. But like, yeah, when I do a lot of these events, people are like, man, your skin. I'm like, really? And I'm out. Yeah. You see the worst in you. Even though you might be confident in yourself, you see the worst. I'm like, man, I see a little blemish here. And they're like, man, you're glowing. I'm like, I appreciate it, but like, yeah, you do notice like my skin was bad, man. Like I'm talking about like into my like late 20s. Yeah. And I'm not saying I switched immediately. My skin didn't automatically go better, but
sure.
You also got to remember, like anything else, if you've been doing something 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, your body ain't just going to switch over overnight. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big thing that I noticed. Yeah, skin was something crazy. Even like that lactic acid too. I started noticing that too. Yeah. Like I was able to just walk in the gym and do what I need to do. Like I still warm up now because even though I might look 20 something, like my body lets me know sometimes. Like, hey dog, we ain't 20 no more. Like, I ain't just walking in the gym and dunking. Like, in fact, I haven't even hooped in 10 years almost. Like, I just stopped.
That's a long.
Which was tough. That was tough to stop.
You do a lot of work. I mean, it looks like you're trying to start this, not a revolution, man. You're trying to start this health and wellness. You're trying to make it public for people. Is that a big focus of yours to put everybody under the? Talk to me about that. Is that what you kind of set out to do? Is make that well known?
Yeah, Badass Vegan honestly wasn't even going to be about me. I wanted to actually create a website where everybody could go and feel like you're vegan, you're automatically a badass, you're doing your thing. You don't have to worry about people talking crap about you, whatever the case is. And then I saw how expensive that was, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll be Badass Vegan myself because, you think about it, I started 2010. Back then, to get a website like a Facebook, man, that you couldn't just call up India to get a website made. Like, it was a little different. So, but that's what I want to do, man. And I always say this all the time, like, man, health is a right. It's not a like somebody that you got to pay for. It's not a membership. Your health, you have a right to be healthy. Now it's going to require some work, but you have a right to be healthy. And I don't want people to think that like it's a status, like, oh, you got money, so now you get to be healthy. Or this person got more, his DNA told him he could be healthy. Now you may have some limitations, but that doesn't mean you can't. Like I'm an open book about it because I don't want anybody to come with excuses. I was a crack baby, flat out. I literally was a crack baby. I was born addicted to crack. You can knock that out the window. Somebody want to say something else. I was obese. Knock that out. I was broke. Knock that out. Whatever you want to come with, I might not have been the exact replica of what you've been through, but it's there. I got sickle cell trait. Anything you try to come with, I got type O blood type. They say you can't be vegan on that too, and I'm still thriving. Yeah, all of it, everything that they say I shouldn't be doing as a vegan, I'm knocking out whatever little fantasy that they created. This myth buster, I guess.
That's a testament to your to your hard work, man, to your resilience and to your discipline. And to me, that's empowering. And I think to our listeners, to our viewers, that's empowering, man. That's what this show is about, is just being able to find your own success despite the trials and the tribulations that you have, because we all have them, right? We all have things that we're going through. We all have our own battles that we've got to fight. And I'm glad that you found your niche and your why. You know what I mean? Essentially, man, found your why, and you're out there pursuing it to its fullest. So that's amazing, man. I love that you came on here and shared that with us. Your perspective, being a vegan. They get tired of listening to me. They don't want to hear me talk all the time. So to have another one on here, man, to share that, I think that was important, to just open the door to people, because there's a lot of people who are curious. They don't know where to look, though. They don't know where to go. They don't know who to trust. Yeah. And I trust you, and so I want them to hear from some credible sources of how they can kind of start that journey, man.
Appreciate it, man. And I think that's what it is. I think it's a community effort to show people that they can be healthy. Like I was just talking when I made the seminar I just did. So John Sally's my mentor. So we just did a talk in Kansas City. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, look, man, you have to sometimes understand that, like, as a vegan, I see it in the vegan community a lot, but I think it goes with a lot of things. It might be financial advice, whatever. But I think people want to be the reason somebody improves their life. Mm-hmm. But it might be you plant the seed, I water the seed, John Sally cultivates the seed, somebody else over there cuts the weeds off, let the seed grow, somebody makes sure it has enough sunlight. It's a collective effort. And you can't be selfish about somebody growing and being a better person. Mm-hmm. I think the more people that team up and get together and do this, it's like a Voltron kind of thing, man. Like, we all got different powers, and we might hit somebody a different way that actually appeals to them. Somebody might be rah-rah in their face, and that don't necessarily work for them. They might be the David Goggins type, which, for me, that works. I like that. Like, get in my face, tell me I'm tripping, tell me what I need to do. I wanted to play for Bobby Knight so bad back in high school. I was like, yo, I needed that kind of coach. And that's the kind of coach I had in college too. Like my coach would come on the court and snatch you off the court, like by your shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of coach I had. Like, no lie. Like, me and my coach got into it my freshman year, and then after that we was like this. It was good, but like some people need that handheld. So I think it's a collective effort, and then as we keep teaming up, we can help everybody out.
Man, I love that, man. Tell the people where can we find you? Where can they find you?
Like I said, every platform.
Badass Vegan.
You can find me on Reddit, Snapchat, Google, Chrome, whatever.
Branded at its finest.
Hey, man, that's what you gotta do. And people get mad because I be tagging my videos and stuff. They're like, man, you do that all the time. Like, that's how I got the 470, because you never know where that video's gonna land up at. I've seen literally like ultra movie stars repost my stuff, but I tagged it so people come to me after that. If I didn't tag it, how would they know that was me, or how do they know I created it, or whatever the case is? So now if I don't edit it and I didn't do nothing to it, I'm not gonna tag it. I'm not gonna do it like that. But if I'm the one editing and putting stuff together, I'm gonna tag it. That's marketing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, brother, for coming on here, man. We're gonna stay in touch.
Oh, for sure.
Y'all go follow him, man. You're going crazy on social, so go follow him, shout him out. If you guys listen to this, tag us, tag him, and thank you guys for listening.